Hopefully it's gonna reconnect. I think I kicked offline. Ooh, free food. Is my Yuto about to go? No, it's not. Yeah, that ended my stream. That is annoying. It's fine. It's probably okay. Doesn't matter. Probably as late as end of the stream since I think your content is dead, but I'll just keep it going. Just in case. It's annoying now. Whatever. It's fine. All commanders should have pee bottles. Oh, your trap's up there. Voodoo. Yeah. Bum 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 bum. All right. Rub the old ankles. I'm not getting any swiftness from my voice. It's just separated. We get away from them so easy every time, it's crazy. I feel like most times I'm running away from Zergs, I don't get away. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Bum, bum, bam. Okay. Hey, man. Okay, get the tent. Annoying. There you go. Oh, he has no healer. Yeah, nobody cleansing him, that's why tag times didn't get moved. I was very confused as to why he wasn't moving. Let's see. That's at 5%. Go. Yeah, all separated. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Isn't that? What the fuck? Oh my god, that's funny. Bum, 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 bum. How many CCs did I land in that fight? Good amount. Let's put on Claw just to see how much it's proccing. It's 12:30, holy shit. It's a bit late. Bags sorted, sort of. Bow, bow, bow. Yes, Commander. They jumped out. And ooh, I'm up. we're dead here. Let's get a try. I must say, I'm pretty impressed with my healers there. Oh, pretty tanky. So Claw Relic. I wanted to, let's just take this segment here. How much is it active? It's active pretty often. Let's keep on trying it. Seems decent. I wonder what our highest damage taken is. It's probably arrow cards or something. How much is this one ability hitting for? Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Wow, uptime was high. 70% is pretty good. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum. This song coming on right after some brutal murder is crazy. He's just stating facts. You have more cleanses than him. iPhone instead of greatsword? Yeah, the boys always talk. We're always measuring, you know? Bum 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 bum. Oh. It's the tags they're facing. He's in. Once again, I am able to walk away. It's crazy. Oh god. One Trabby once? Aww, our content is over. I think our content's great. GG's, thank y'all. Thank you, Legion. Nice. Yes. Oh god. Gonna keep my stream rolling as usual until we get the logs. I'm curious. Today was some good logs on dwarf only. No Shiro shenanigans to mess up my data. So I'll see how much stab I'm giving, and obviously the damage is good. It's a bit late. It's already 1 when we're ending. Good fights, Coin, Fafo, whoever else. I'm sure I'm forgetting. Whatever, right team. That was fun. Good stuff. You guys fought us for a long fucking time, so I appreciate it. Yeah, Akbar had very good damage and good strips. Your shades thingy. You just spam on Rit, right? Oh yeah. Alright, let's do a bit of PB while I wait for these logs. I want to look at some of those high scores on the bursts and see. Oh, my chests of miss are capped. Alright, those are done. Alright, little progress report. The last legendary I gotta build is a Vision for armor. And I have everything I need. I got all the annoying things, but I just gotta get the money. Oof. What's up, Shax? Hi, I'm new. Can I see your building stuff? Yeah, of course. Let me pull up the link. So hold on, I'll go over this for you in a second, but I'll give you the link. Just a moment. So that is my Discord link, but I'll go over this real quick with you. So if you click on the Discord link, you get sent to the Start Here channel. If you react to the message here, you get access to my channels, but more importantly, you have access to all the builds that I've enjoyed playing for all the classes that I play. Conduit is right here, so Zerg DPS and a roaming. I also have Vindicator and Renegade. But I also have a written guide for Renegade here. The Conduit guide will be get put up here at some point, and Vindicator. But also I have some tips for new players here in the build or game help channel. In the pins, some stuff that I suggest that would help newer players have a better experience playing the game. The build that I'm playing is this one here. It's under Conduit, Zerg DPS. So for Zerging, I'm using this. So hold on, let's simulate the boons so you can see the stats. I can't enable this, it's interesting. Oh, I can, there it is. Possibly there's some off. It's not actually adding all the stats. Alright, anyways. This is the build that I recommend. Fire Force, Cruelty, Hydro, Eagle. Let's put this on Claw. I think I'm gonna suggest Claw. Alright, all Berserker. This here, my friend, is the build link. But to go over it with you here, super quick, since I'm waiting for some logs to be generated. Actually, hold on. Let me get some boons from the. So the build that I was playing today is this one. Yeah, all Berserker, Claw. So I went over this at the beginning of this stream. But basically you open with Dwarf, you always want to use roads whenever you can. You want to get to 5 affinity and before you use release potential for max effect. Use Cosmic Wisdom whenever you're going to be doing melee DPS, basically, since Cosmic Wisdom only really benefits you in melee. So if you're just poking at range, try not to use it if you don't have to. That's kind of a rotation. So you want to use roads each time you go into dwarf. You want to get to 5 affinity, of course. Honestly, I'm not really sure if what's the most complicated part of the build. Probably just managing the energy in general, learning your energy costs and getting good use out of all that. Make sure you don't legend swap without dumping as much energy as possible. You'll get stuck between legends without being able to use your skills. You never want to do that. You should never be in a situation where you can't press a button. If you did, that's because you wasted all your energy. You want to use your elite. So I covered dwarf. For the new legend, you just want to use your elite as much as possible on top of yourself if you can, because it stuns. So you kind of want to do 2 of your elite before you use your F2. That's it. You can rotate it, but more slowly. Oh, but more slowly? Sure. Let me do it slowly. Let's do it real quick. So I went over this again at the beginning of the stream, so I'll just do this real quick. So let's just pretend that this purple guy is the commander. So if your commander is moving up to this group of enemies, you want to be kind of like this distance behind your tag if you can. So you kind of want to like creep up like this with them. Kind of want to be like always a little bit behind. So openers, if your tag is going to end up here, you want to put down rows where you're going. You want to get to 5 affinity. You can use your F2 once you're in melee. You can use your sorry, I said your F3 once you're in melee. You can use your F2 to leap into melee. So that's really it. Use your weapon skills. Use your roads, which is inspiring reinforcements. You want to give stability. Use your F2 release potential whenever you get to the maximum affinity. And use your weapon skills in this priority. So Spear 5, Spear 4, Spear 5, Spear 2, Spear 5. And then auto attacks. So that's for your spear. So you want to use roads to buff your friends. Use your spear in Spear 5, 2, 5, or Spear 5, 4, 5, depending on your cooldowns. And you want to use, that's pretty much it actually. Roads, weapon skills, cosmic wisdom only in melee, and release potential right before you're going to legend swap, or once you get to the maximum stacks. Use all your energy, legend swap, elite, as soon as you legend swap. So in Raza, you elite pretty much on cooldown, so I'm just pressing this over and over again. And that's it. Super straightforward. It's very effective. Okay. Do a quick spike. So if you're gonna start combat, oh hold on, let me dump my affinity. So you show you the rotation, okay? All right, so roads, weapon skills. You get to 5, you get that energy. Once you're ready to switch, you switch with as little energy as possible. Elite, as soon as you can. You just keep on using weapon skills. Use your elite. Once you get to the 5 bars here, you can use your F2 up the top. So try to combine it with other skills. So something like that maybe. And then boom. That's it. That's the rotation for both legends. Just make sure you use as many weapon skills as you can. Remember, that's pretty much the most important thing you can do is DPS. That's kind of a rotation between the legends. I'm just gonna kind of keep going. All right, the logs are up and running. Let's pull these up. We've got hella logs to look at today. Oops, let me get out of combat. Feel free to ask me any questions though. I like helping people. All right, so let's make sure my logs are on screen. They are. Let's take off the comp cover picture thingy. Whatever. All right, a couple of interesting stats to look at. Almost every fight we were outnumbered 2-1, so we did very well defensively. So if you see 30 to 55, 34 to 47, 34 to 51, 41 to 52, 36 to 52, 37 to 55, 29 to 49, 21 to 20 was the only even fight. Let's just open that one up. 42 to 48 was also even right at the start of the run, and then we were outnumbered on the first fight. So we only had 2 fights where we had even numbers tonight. So honestly, very, very good defensively. Pretty impressed. I don't know what this log is. This log looks like this is the other Borderlands. So look at this one. We doubled the damage, almost. Is that my number? Is that my line right there? It is. I hit a 95k bomba, pretty good. We'll look at the all stats here. All right, for the whole night, we had a KDR of almost 2. Holy fuck, look at that damage, boy. Look at that. 14 million damage. The next highest was 8.5 million. Flex! Hit him with a flex. Bajir reference right there. That is craziness, by the way. Jesus Christ. And the combat time is the same between all of us. Alright, if you look at the downs count, God, yeah, 103 downs, 72 is the next highest. Which is pretty good. Yeah. Conduit's crazy. Look at those logs. What the fuck? It's just me, dude. I'm all over the logs. My release potential dervish hit for 15k or 14k, and then I had a 15k greatsword hit. Yeah. Yeah, damn. Maybe I am hacking, bro. Maybe I do have a 25% damage increase. So if you look at the boon uptime for the boys, one thing that's interesting is that I want to see how much stab I'm giving in comparison to most people. Wait, this is uptime. Hold on. Squad generation. I'm sure it's a good bit because I was putting roads down a lot. Yeah. I beat a Paragon, Troubadour. Oh, they had lower time. So I should really compare myself more closely to this Paragon. Damn, buddy. I'm really close to that much stab. That's pretty good. Yeah! Almost 2x downs contribution. Dude, what the fuck, man? I was up there on strips tonight. What the fuck? I don't even have strips in my kit other than that one skill. Wait, is that strips? That doesn't make any sense. This is not strips, right? It is boon strips. Huh? Damn, we were low as fuck on strips. Yeah. And for PV, do you have a low intensity build for Conduit? Yeah, I do. I don't have it listed on the Discord, but I can show it to you. In fact, I could just build it right now on that using that same link. Low intensity. So low intensity, I would do Zakiros Relic, and I mean you can do Spear Greatsword, whichever one you want. And if you want low intensity, low intensity is a tough one to ask for, because I'm not sure what other people consider low intensity, but I use this build. I mean, I'll just show you in game too. Hold on, let me leave this really quick. Wanted to look at some other logs there. The Go leaderboards, DPS, Conduit's up there. Down's contribution, the king, baby. Ooh, I'm almost coming for Frosty's second place. All right, I got distracted looking at logs. Sorry. Low intensity build. Show you here. I'll show you the build I play. If you consider this low intensity or high intensity, I have a variant you can play that's like easier. So this, or first, let me show you the one I play. I gotta get these items correct, but I'll show you what the build looks like. Oops. Add conditions, all of them. Move current golem, spawn a golem, large. Average, please spawn. All right, there we go. So this is the build I use. Let me put down a field so you can see how much healing you're doing to yourself as well. Just environment, toggle arena damage, moderates. All right, so when I stand in here, I'm gonna take damage. You'll see how much healing you're doing. And I'll just stay in Greatsword. You don't have to do anything other than Greatsword. Yeah, I mean, let me, if you want, click the link for Discord in the chat there. If you click on that and you join, I have a Discord here, and I post all these builds here. So they have a section here for the builds. So the build I use is basically like full Berserker with a little bit of dragon stuff, so you have a bit extra health. So if I stand in here, I should start taking damage. Yep. It's really easy. You have a lot of extra energy. You don't have to really do a lot. So just use your elite, use your weapon skills, use your elite, use your weapon skills once they're ready. Whenever you run out of energy at any time, you can just legend swap. You don't have to worry. It's really no sweat. I'll go kill a champ after this to show you how that works against that. So just use your F2, your legend swap whenever you want. It's really no big deal. You can even throw in a Jade Winds there. You have so much energy in this version of the build. And you can see I'm just healing myself all the way to full all the time. So let me now increase the damage to higher. Extremely threatening fields. So let me get out of combat. You'll join it for sure. Happy to help. So the opener is basically Greatsword 532 Elite F3 F2 Legend Swap. So Greatsword 532 Elite. Okay, and then you can use J to wins F2, and you can turn on your impossible odds. Okay, you just use your skills as they come up. Really simple. You get a bit of energy here. When you get to your max, you want to get one more here. So this one's really good because you get this build. I like it because you use J to wins a lot in it, and I think that's actually pretty valuable for a lot of the stun. And you can see how much I'm healing myself. This is about the damage that you would expect in a champ. So as you can see, this is pretty good damage. 30k DPS up there is really not bad. Obviously I have boons that I'm not going to have access to all the time, but you can assume that in most like larger or harder group events you'll have at least some extra boons. The one thing that you don't get a ton of is quickness on this one, which can be noticeably annoying. But you sacrifice a bit of DPS for a slightly fast-paced rotation, but you gain access to J to wins a lot. And I think that's actually pretty good in PvE. I gotta look for a hard champ somewhere. Anyway, 30k DPS ain't nothing to scoff at. Just chilling. So let's go to the open world and let's go to a champ. I actually know which one. Let's go to the one that nobody will be at this particular champ probably. Actually, let's go to the new zone. Let's not go to a Soto. I was gonna go to a Soto champ, but fuck that one. Let's go to a real current content champion. So I'll put this PvE build on a link and I'll throw it in the Discord. Why is that guy hard to death? Alright, anyway, let's go look for a hard champ. There is a dinosaur that procs a lot. Let's go to this one. Kinda wish a meta was running. Where's that dinosaur that spawns? Is it here? Is it this one? Forgetting where this is now. That's the historian guy. Artifacts collected. I don't think this spawns a hard thing. But anyway, you gain access to a few important boons. You gain access to quickness whenever you use your F2 skill. Or I keep saying F2, I mean to say F3. The lower intensity version of the build uses perpetual wisdom, so you always have your F3 rolling. But I find it to be a bit awkward because you don't always have the boons you want, so I prefer this other version of the build. Is that the elite? It's not, I think. What's up, Alex? Where's Mr. Penguin? Just switched it up today. I was listening to some techno earlier. Thought it was funny. It's switchy back. Honestly, I probably should before I forget. Boom. Back to penguin. Let's fly away. Alright, is this the one that spawns the thing that comes to look for these? Or am I mistaking this one for another one? I might just go to that one elite. Yeah, this is not spawning it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Alright, so if I can't get these to spawn, we'll just go to the Soto one, because I know it's like literally always there. So let's go check that out. What are we doing? I'm just reviewing a PvE build for somebody who's asking for some help from my boy Shax. Alright, yeah. The Earth Elemental is here. Oh, it's being attacked though. Fuck. It's unlucky if it's actually being attacked right now, because it's probably gonna take a little while to spawn. There's one other champ, but the Wyvern is too hard. Needs a lot of stab. One of the things that's wrong with this build is you don't get a ton of stab. Yeah, I don't want to go for this champ. I could try the Wyvern, man, but I don't know how well that's gonna go. Wyvern's one of the hardest champs in the game. Where's Wyvern again? Isn't it somewhere over here? Where the fuck is this Wyvern? Am I crazy? I am unlucky. What's another champ that's hard? I mean, I know there's a champ that's here, but this one's really hard. So if I can actually solo this one, that's kind of an accomplishment. And if I need stab, I'll switch to dwarf, I guess. I guess I could show that, fuck it. Start with this vet, I guess. Oh, you're right. The Itzel HP. That's a good one. Let's try that. You're right. That is actually the good one to try. Oh man, it's been a minute since I've done this one. Where the hell is it at again? It's somewhere in the somewhere in the top there. It's right here, right? Is it this one or is it above? I can never remember which one it is. It's above, isn't it? It's high up. Is it this one? I don't think it's below. Oh, it is this one. Somebody's trying to cheese it. It's fine, I'll help him. Alright, I'll stay in greatsword only. Okay, I missed all my skills. So stab is a problem with this guy, but if you stun him a lot with Jade Winds, we might be able to get away with it. So I'm gonna wait the Jade Winds until this bar is ready. So now, use Cosmic Wisdom to regen because it provides a lot of lifesteal. Okay, I'm just gonna break. He does a lot of damage. If I get caught without a stun here. So I'm gonna wait for them to leave. I'll try that again. And if you want stab, you can go dwarf instead. Okay. You lose quickness for it though, so. I think I'm getting hit by the ranged guy, so I gotta dodge for a sec. I took a lot of damage there. You have a lot of CC when you go this build with dwarf stance, but you have less like a life leech. My energy got wasted in the wrong legend there. That's weird. This guy is helping me too many times. I want one that's gonna auto attack me for a while. Is there a different HP? You use Dragon and Marauder. I sometimes do that, depending on the class. If you have enough lifesteal, you don't have to do that. All right, hold on. So let's try to solo that Soto here HP. It's a bit more controlled. Too many people are showing up at this one. You survive it? Yeah, of course. If you use Zakiros, I recommend more damage, but it's a bit of a trade. You're trading a bit of survivability. And also you can't heal unless you're doing damage, which sounds obvious, but there are situations where you'll have Conduit on you or ranged damage on you that you can't really heal because the enemy's invulnerable or something, so that's something to consider as well. You don't really have to go full Berserker, but I'm just really kind of showcasing, I think, or trying to. Alright, so health shield, spinning lasers. Alright, here we go. We'll give this a shot. Ooh, I got hit by that CC and died. Let me turn on, well, I was gonna say put dwarf on, but let me just not die to that. I'm sure I can avoid that. Ooh, that's hard to actually see. He's gonna do it now. Dodge. So when you have your Cosmic Wisdom rolling, you have a lot of leech. So you have a lot of self-healing at that point. Ooh. Let's just walk around with this laser beam. I'm getting some beams from this guy. That's pretty much it. Has a lot of CC, a lot of like leech. One mechanic I kind of want to showcase. So you got good DPS, you have good CC, you're a power build, you leech whenever you deal damage. You can go, of course, as Alex said, you can go more defensive stuff, you can go Demolisher's stats, just to be more tanky, but here are some defensive mechanics that you should know about when you're using this build in the open world. When you have Cosmic Wisdom active and you turn on impossible odds, you will be throwing out like these little like daggers to all these targets all around you every second, so it's crazy healing. It's a lot of health. I don't know how to make myself take damage, maybe fall damage, but it's a lot of healing. Continuum Cosmic trait, Continuum Cosmic. You mean Perpetual Wisdom? Yeah, I do. For Conduit, I do. For power, I prefer Enhanced Embodiment. It's a bit more bursty, but for Conduit, I use Perpetual Wisdom. Alright, so let's try and take a bit of fall damage here. I didn't take any damage. I wish it would show because it's actually crazy healing. I pour it all the way up here. Alright. You can't take fall damage here. I didn't know that. So anyways, when you have Cosmic Wisdom and you turn on Impossible Odds, you cleave around these enchanted daggers, which is basically like getting free heal skills. So defensively speaking, if you are facing a challenging enemy and you're not sure like how you can heal, I recommend waiting until you're in Shiro and using Impossible Odds here, because it's just gonna be shooting a bunch of these little like healing, leeching, I don't know what to call these, daggers, whatever. Using your heal skill to mitigate damage is actually worth it because it's better as damage reduction than it is for healing. So if you're gonna take a big hit, you know, just use your heal to pulse through it. That'll help you stay alive through harder champs. And that's really it. So for the lower intensity variant, yeah, no fall damage apparently. I didn't know that. I learn something new every day. So for the lower intensity variant, you can go Perpetual Wisdom. You don't have to worry about legend swapping so much. You can use this and you can retune your stats because you'll have increased stats all the time. This one's good too, but you just got to get used to not having all your stats at the beginning of every fight, at the beginning of every combat in PvE. But it works pretty much the same. You don't want to use J to wins as much. You want to use more. I guess I should mention that the reason that I don't like using Perpetual Wisdom as much is because you can't use J to wins. So you sacrifice the CC, but you get a lot more consistent damage. This is the build for like raid bosses. and you have access to the impossible odds like AoE healing thing all the time. But if you have, with this build, you have access to more energy more often, so you can Jade Winds more often. But let's see how the rotation works out here. All right, so Greatsword 5, 2, 3, Elite, Legend Swap. Let's do a Jade Winds and let's just stay inside of impossible odds. So you get a bit of extra energy here. Actually, it didn't lie. Yeah, it's a bit tight on the energy there, but let's go back. Let's look for one more rotation back into Shiro. Let's see. Oh, I know. Oh, so impossible odds plus. Yeah, you don't have enough. The energy's really tight, but you can make it work. But it's a bit harder. I think the other variant is just easier. More access to energy just allows you to be more flexible in PvE and stuff. So yeah, those are my build recommendations. So let's see if I zone back in. That guy's there again. You can also go dwarf stance for a bit of stab if you want to provide group stab to people. I don't really recommend it personally because, I mean, it depends. It depends on which meta you're doing. Some meta events it's worth it, some are not. Cuts into your self-healing when you do that a lot. I wanted to see about doing that Wyvern. Let's see if that Wyvern's there now. Alright, this guy has a lot of CC, so let's try using Dwarf Stance on this one. So I can't attack him because he's has the red sign on him, so I gotta wait. It's on the inside roads near me. Really got that on time. So you have a lot of passive CC, and you're a bit tankier in this variant of the build, but you definitely don't have as much like bursts and CC. Because Jade Wings is better at CC, I think, but pretty good. Okay, one more elites, 3 legend swap, roads. I accidentally used my elite there. Roads down. So this is a more utility oriented variant, so obviously a lot less damage, a lot less self-healing, but you're a bit tankier. Let's go attack the Wyvern now. This guy is a mother trucker. Breathes fire and does knockback. So nice, we got a stun on him. This guy also has like a lot of burning. Ow, I was in roads, man. No way. I had my roads down, bro. Man. Didn't get the stun, so I gotta wait for this dang phase. Too much burning now. So this is the hardest part, is when he comes back down from this, he has a ton of burning all over the place, so if you don't have the cleansing for it, it's gonna be rough. Oh, I need to put down roads. Gotta reset my energy a bit here. Stay away from him for there. I don't think I'm gonna stop this one either. Oh. Yeah, not enough CC to stop him on that one. Every time he goes up and puts on these flames, it's so much harder. No! I got trolled. Why can't I mount here? Can't combat mount? Weird. Why doesn't it let me get my sky skill? Alright, let's try going Shiro a bit here. Alright, let's see if I can life leech through this. Stunned it. Woo, we got it. We got it, baby. That's why I love Jade Winds, man. Can't see the flames that are hurting me. Yeah, it's hard because if I can't attack the boss, I can't heal. Well, this is one of the hardest champs in the game, and I got it pretty low. It really depends if you get the stuns on this guy. All right. What gear do I use? This is full Zerker right now. Right now, what you guys were just watching, I guess, sorry, this is not full Berserker, this is Berserker mixed with some Dragon. So let's just say Dragon helmets, Dragon backpiece, Dragon accessory, and Dragon amulet. So these three are Dragon plus helmet. So let me just put my build link together because I know other people are gonna want it. So I may as well just have it ready in the Discord for them. PvE. There we go. Why, It's amulets, accessory, and back. Why do I have more crits on my actual character here? Oh, right. I know why. Because the Raza stance is not being calculated here. This is correct. Yeah, it is. Okay. One thing you're lacking is cleansing. You could throw a cleanse sigil, I guess, if you really wanted to. Alright, there is the link. No infusions, all power. No, it's all mighty infusions. Power, it's all power infusions. If you just go, the reason I'll explain is because when you have the Raza stance, you gain some crit. So when you have the right legend, you get extra crit, basically. So no infusions. So that is what I use. You can change the weapons to whatever you want. You can put short bow, you can put sword, you can put hammer, you can put staff if you want. This is how I play it. Let's see if I can get myself into some treble here. Appreciate the likes on the stream, guys. Ah. The meta's going on. Yeah, you can use staff. Staff is good because it has a lot of CC on there, and this build is. Is there anybody actually here? There's nobody here. Ah! So what happens when you fail this meta? I don't think I've ever seen it fail. What happens? Tell me. The power of the system's overloading. Fool, you're gonna be the death of me. Hey, wasn't me, sis. Are they gonna blow up now? It's gonna blow. How about you, staff? Yeah, you can use staff. I cut myself off on that. You can use staff because staff 5 has a lot of CC. So there are some scenarios where you can use it. You can potentially use staff with the other build to cover the weakness with the no J to wins thing. But I don't know. I'd rather have a ranged weapon personally. And I like spear because it's like a half ranged weapon and it has a pull. All right. Sadly, nobody's doing this or Script King, which stinks. So tomorrow, by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, tomorrow we're getting a balance pass. At least we should be. Holy fuck, man. Antiquary got all the way to 66k DPS. That is crazy. Where did Conduit end up? 58. And then you got Power Conduit all the way at the bottom. So I'm expecting Power Conduit to get some buffs. Power Conduit is kind of poo-poo. If you guys have not checked it out, but they have on Snowcrows, they have PvE rankings, and they have, you know, the simulations and all that stuff. If you guys don't know, but you guys can see all your builds. You guys can find the perfect build for you. Learn how other people have figured out how to play it. This is a good build for raiding, but I find it's not as good open world, so I modified it the way I did. So I'm kind of showing you the reverse engineered version of what I went through. Yeah, anyway, you can, it's a good resource there. I think it's just people, brother. That doesn't make me faster? Like Mario? So when you play this build, you burst by using your F2, obviously. Maybe not obviously, but your F2 gives you all your boons, gives you might, fury, quickness, so it's pretty much like your go-to. Fleet Winds hits so unreasonably hard, it's crazy. Okay, this guy's a champ, I'll try and solo him. Good night, guys. Some people from Discord are peacing out for the night. I'm like invincible with this build, I feel like. As long as you're just doing DPS. Okay, he's got another break bar. I'll break it right now with J wins. Burst into the break bar weakness thingy. So if you look at my boons, this is pretty realistic. I am getting alacrity from somebody else. But that was pretty realistic. You saw my boons. 25 might pretty much the whole time. Fury the whole time. And quickness for a good portion of the time at which you're bursting, which is around your legend swap or sorry, around your cosmic wisdom windows. So that's how that works. I like how that just completed my heart for me. Just like automatically. Alright. Let's automatically complete some of these hearts. I don't think I'll be playing much of this tomorrow. So let's get these dailies out of here before I pop to bed. It's 2 a.m. Whew. Whew. It's a good thing I don't have any meetings in the morning for work. Oh, this one I'm going to save a bit of these currencies because this is easy to get like half of it almost just by healing these guys. Ah. Be healed. Be healed by my bolts. Alright. Let us turn in. Let's do 2. And then we'll go do a couple of objectives to finish her up. This one takes a long time. I don't want to do this objective, bro. Doo-doo-doo. Interesting plant. Sure, I'll do that. I also have a Conduit build, and it's really good. Let me show that one too. I should write that one down. Or not write it down. Make the build. Jeez. Alright, this heart is done. It's gonna be a super quick. I think I'm in my guild Discord still. Let me clock out of there. Alright, we're down on this map for those little dailies, and I doubt we're doing the meta since it's like nobody around. The Conduit build is basically the same as the Snow Crow's Conduit build, by the way, except I use a Pirate Queen relic because it gives you quick uptime. Oh, that was another thing. You can sacrifice the Zakiros relic for Pirate Queen for quickness all the time. But you just have to remember that if you're gonna go do a champ, that you should go turn that on back to Zakiros. Alright, so I have the Pyrocrene relic, so I should have quickness pretty much all the time. And you do that by CCing foes, so you just want to make sure you CCing like a lot. Probably open with just Jade Winds a lot. And Jade Winds and Spear. Whenever you don't have your Cosmic Wisdom, because that also gives you your quickness. Crazy. Guzzle Muzzle the Guzzler. Would have been cool if they like randomized these people's names. I gotta say, I love the Pyrocrene relic. Full uptime on quickness and just open world builds. So fun. Let's go ahead and repair that keg a bit, I guess. Plastered Parry. Alright. Guess let's repair these random items. Oh no, they got it, never mind. The chair. Oh, I see. Repair the chair a bit. I missed. Boom. What is this person's name? Terran the Tanked. Down. I repair the chair. No, Guzzlemuzz, don't do it, brother. The drink, it's controlling you. Let's repair the keg. I gotta say, this event lasts like 1 minute too long. This should be done by now. I haven't done anything interesting in like 2 whole minutes. Do you have any more of these Castor ones? I don't, so I actually gotta finish the rest of these hearts like almost manually. Damn. Repair the keg. Alright, good. Alright, this goofy ass heart is done. Let's go to the next one. Oh, Plague Rats! Right on time. Just cleaning up the beach. Don't mind me. Right, 4 more left. All right, leg rats exterminated. Yeah, I didn't see any other events there, so let's just do this one. Let's fix some roofs. Let's make some wood. Yes, sir. Leaky wolf. I said wolf. I meant to say roof. What's the fastest? I wonder what the fastest one is here. Rolling stone. The coconut guy, this feels pretty slow. Where the fudge did my coconut go? Guess I missed. Thank you. Alright, I'm not gonna do that a million times. That'll be as many times as I do that. Sand castle, this one's not bad. This one's pretty quick. Alright, finish the sand castle. There you go, buddy. Thought there was one other little event you can do that was like kind of decent. It's not. Yeah, that's a playing kids thing. I guess I'll just finish the last of the scrap wood thingy. Where was that again? It's up here. Yeah. Saw it up. All right, that one is done. Let's go to the next heart, which is over there. Guess I'll help with this random ass mist rift. Bomba. All right. Let's post this. All right. All right, back to the heart. That didn't help me at all. For some reason, I thought it might give me credit, but I wasn't even in range. Oops. All right, this is the heart I find annoying because half of these objectives don't work. Oh, we can do the crab guy? Okay, this is easy. Easy. Let's grab the bait, talk to a crab, take it into the box, press E on it. Let's do that again. Hey, give me the bait, bro. Skip just step there. This heart kind of finishes this, or this event finishes this heart pretty quick if I remember right. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Ah. Oh, I thought I was gonna miss that. I'm not actually sure you can even miss. Alright. I just realized my Jadebot cores are all gone, by the way, so I'm not even getting all those extra boons that you would normally get. Even making the build feel even better in open world. What did you just shoot out at me? What was that? It's called a wild call. I guess I grabbed a couple of more. I'm not sure if it even does anything for the heart if I get more. All right, 8 seconds, and I can go. Who the fuck knows where? So this did about half. This is less than I remember. I don't know why I thought it did like 2/3. Any other events around here? There's not, so I gotta do this hard actual way. Ugh. Half of these guys don't even actually talk to you. Alright, friendly Wavok. I'm only missing one. That's pretty tanky. Alright, let's go do these little things here. Let's go to the Tide Pods. I should be wrapping this up here in a second. What? That's so weird. It says Castaway Gritfang. Alright, let's throw this all in the basket. Dude, it's crazy how little that gives you. That should be a crime against humanity. If you're back here and I just beat your cheeks. Some more Tide Pods. Yes, sir. almost done. Once if I get to like 25% left over, I'll just use my last like heart bonus thingy. And I'll get out of here. Speaking, or I guess not speaking, thinking of which, I'm only 480 gold away from crafting my last major legendary. Alright, that was a sizable... I don't think I've ever killed this guy before. I love how they just reset on me. Use my big move. You baited me! Alright, that's definitely... Friendly Wavehawk. Is this number 8? No, it's not. I've actually pet this one. I was gonna say, if that's the one I was missing, that's crazy. Why can't I mount? How much do these give me? Maybe we can find one more for this. That didn't give me a lot. That didn't give me any, huh? Damn, if the other one actually gave me credit, I would have been done by now. This one doesn't actually work, right? Yeah, that don't actually talk. I hate that. It's so dumb. And I think this one's also bugged. Arena net. Yeah, it's bugged. This poor guy was actually looking forward to. Friendly Wavehawk, is that number 8? No. Well, yeah, I'll figure out which one's number 8. Just the wiki it at some point. None of these guys will fucking talk to you, man. Oh my god. They were being tortured, man. I hope ArenaNet's gonna fix these. This guy's like bugged or something. Friendly Wavehawk here. Is there any chance that's number 8? Okay, I was gonna say. Rat King. Somebody's doing Rat King. I did it today already, otherwise I'd consider going. Okay, finally, hearts are done. So that should be it for hearts in total for me. I think that... Oh no, I have a couple more tiers. I don't know why I thought I was on the last one. Alright. What does that do? Lions Field Operative Leggings. Some basic ass pants. Okay. Alright, everybody. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Before I head out, I'll just do one more shilling session. In the chat room, you'll find a link to my Discord that I use just to post resources and help people who are interested in playing the game or learning about it. You can always message me, DM me directly. But I post my builds here, focusing mostly on World v World, but I also will put up some PvE builds in here. I have my PvE Rennie and my PvE Vindy build in there, but I'll throw in the Condi stuff, the PvE Conduit stuff. I use it a lot for talking to you guys or posting stuff, videos, whatever, streams. Other thing is I have an in-game guild. I don't really use it for a whole lot, but I am trying to start getting more people into it who are interested, have an extra slot and don't really care. Again, this is just going to be a place for people to hang out and chat. Maybe I'll make a second account and I'll link up that account with that guild for World v World, and perhaps I'll just run around off my main with people in that link just for fun, but not really anything crazy. Really, I care more about getting people into the Discord because I think there's more chances for people to actually get some useful resources out of that. So yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Not on NA. Yeah, it's alright. NA only, I should mention that. The guild is NA. But good catch. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. You guys take care. Boom. I didn't wave for my character like I normally do, so I'll just pretend like I did. Alright. Good night, guys.